So it's 6 a.m. here, Friday morning. I'm going to kind of on a random trip here, head off down about 4.5 hours. And the reason for this trip, and well, to be honest with you, this whole video is to talk about inspiration, YouTube, and kind of how I go about viewing this whole journey in general.
Starting route to Bunker Branding Company.
Let's do it! Oh my. Like, the shoe is sort of melting at the top, but like not down here.
So why am I out here at Bunker Branding? Why did I travel 4.5 hours to come down here? The answer for trips like this is that it's really more about seeking inspiration and being a student of YouTube. I say that all the time in my content. If you're gonna create a YouTube channel, you really have to constantly be learning from, well, the people that are successful at it. And this Bunker Branding is an example of exactly that. So for me, coming to places like this, all of those things are to provide content for you guys, but ultimately to make this experience for me better and to get better at the craft of putting together these types of videos. So seeing things like this, the success, and yes, I did go in and buy a couple shirts. No, I did not film inside because, well, there's customers and it's an active business. I don't just run around with my camera, walking in places, assuming that it's okay to film, even if they are a YouTuber, because it's just not something I do. But this is the kind of thing, to me, people take trips to religious sites and things like that for inspiration. A trip like this is exactly that for me. So this is something where, coming down here, seeing this type of success and knowing that all of this is really untapped potential for anybody. If you're out there with a camera and you have something to put together, one day you can have something like a Bunker Branding to have for yourself. So it is very inspiring to me. Driving in here from Dallas today was, it's a long trip. And I figured it was worth it because, again, just coming out here to see what other people are doing and gain some inspiration where I could. And you can see this is not a small facility by no means. This is actually quite a large operation. Matt and Mare, they're able to produce this facility that then is pumping out a whole bunch of shirts and merch for other YouTubers, which is really pretty awesome. So that basically was my entire trip down here, was a trip of inspiration. Now I understand a lot of people are gonna watch a video like this and say, you just drove 4.5 hours to get a t-shirt. And I understand that, especially if you're not necessarily in this world, or even if you're in this world and it doesn't make sense to you, fine. But for me, this journey is very personal, this YouTube thing. And it's inspiring. First of all, I love driving. So coming out here and just driving through middle of nowhere, Texas. The fact that Matt and Demolition Ranch, Meredith, the whole team at Bunker Branding, the fact that he's got a following of 10 million on social media, and that's just on one channel alone. Obviously there's Off the Ranch, and it's just very inspiring to see. And for me as a content creator, I really enjoy seeing the fruits of people's labor. So, well, sure, you can order those shirts online, and sure, you can, Google Street View a building if you want to, going to that actual location and just kind of taking it in and seeing kind of what it all is, even if it's just a t-shirt plant, which is basically what that was. To me, it's very inspiring, and I just really enjoy being able to get out and do these things. And again, I also just really enjoy road trips. I don't get to go out on very many just in my own head type of road trips. And it's nice to be able to do that. So while I am heading back up to Dallas for the Get On Motofest, which is what I came down to Texas for to begin with, it was nice just to be able to kind of take the morning into early afternoon and take a trip like this and get to see, again, just sort of what the whole thing is. And honestly, that's the same reason why I went to Gas Monkey Garage when I came in here is, Gas Monkey Garage, I understand some people say it's like a tourist trap or whatever you want to call it. It's, a place to go and buy a t-shirt. But for me, it's watching something and learning from something and then going and just kind of seeing it is, it's all part of the inspiration. Now, I am not the go and buy a Harley-Davidson shirt from every dealership that I go to. However, going to Laidlaw's and getting a shirt there, which he wanted to give me, but I'm like, no, I'm going to pay for it because I want to contribute to the business. That's kind of what this is all about. And, the same goes for Bunker Branding. It's, I want to contribute to the success of the thing that helps drive me and motivate me. So I'm just really thrilled and honored to be even in a position to do these things. And I have to thank my wife for allowing me to do those things. I actually thanked Meredith in the shop for the content that they put out, the relationship that is portrayed on camera from her and Matt it's great. And it's something that for the first time really, I want to say ever, I feel like my wife watching that content has a little more of an understanding of what this whole thing is. Prior to finding that content, my wife and I didn't really watch a whole lot of YouTube together, but I can assure you that when I load up a Demolition Ranch or Off the Ranch video, that my wife is watching that content with me. And that means a lot to me because as I'm putting out this content, I feel like that helps provide her context, seeing somebody else as successful and entertaining to watch as Demolition Ranch, Off the Ranch, and again, that the relationship with Matt and Meredith displayed on YouTube. It just helps put all of this into perspective for her, and I think it's something that to me it helps drive what it is I'm doing and put into context to her. Sort of, I guess, seeing a more successful version of what it is that I'm trying to grind out myself. So again, this is more of just a personal journey for me to come down here and seek some inspiration where inspiration can be found, and I can say mission accomplished. So guys, thank you very much for tuning in. Again, if this is your first time tuning in, please hit that subscribe button down below. Remember, likes go a long way to help support the channel. See you guys next time.